Hello, dear friends and dear students. Welcome to our another session of soft skills for BCA third semester, that is time management. And now, the session number 34. As you can see on your screen, we are going to learn something about time management, and it is one of the very important soft skills. So, what is time management? It is a skill for all, like students, to organize, prioritize, and use time efficiently to achieve academic and personal goals. It's very important that if you respect time, there will be time to respect you. So that is how time is the only precious thing we can have. So, what is time management exactly? Time management is the process of planning and controlling how much time to spend on specific activities to increase efficiency and productivity. Time management means not just particularly fixing the time to do some tasks or activities. It has to have some goal, like we have to increase our efficiency and productivity. We have to plan according to, okay, plan accordingly, like that. Yes. Now, what is the importance of time management? Why we have to manage the time? Because it improves our academic performance, it reduces stress. If you manage the time properly, obviously there will be no stress. Yes. And it enhances your self discipline. As the time management itself is a part of discipline, it enhances obviously your self discipline, right? Next, it balances your study and leisure. Because of that reason, we have to manage the time. Okay, one has to have some leisure, some rest. So when you will plan your time accordingly for particularly studies and leisure, that will be a very happy, very perfect note for all the achievers. Now, obviously, when you manage the time, it will build your confidence. It builds your confidence, right? So these are the some important aspects of time management. Yes. Now, what are the key elements of time management? You have to set goal, and you have to prioritize what to do, when to do, why to do, how to do, how not to do, right? All these questions will be there in the prioritization. You have to prioritize the tasks, what should be done in the beginning, what should be done later, like that. So you have to prioritize your tasks, your study time, your leisure. You have to prioritize. See, for example, whenever you will be studying, you may receive some messages. You have to prioritize either to see the message or to study. So one does what, he will become that, right? Now, next, planning and scheduling. You have to plan your study, you have to plan your achievement, and you have to schedule your tasks. Okay, what should be done later, what should be done in the beginning, like that. And avoid procrastination. If you think that if I do this, I will be like this, okay, don't procrastinate advance. So do your duty. Yes, that is what our Bhagavad Gita tells us, right? Now, time monitoring. See, for example, when you want to manage the time, you have to monitor the time. You must not give much time to some activity, less time to some activity. Yes, obviously it is on the basis of prioritization. You have to do, you have to monitor the time accordingly, right? So these are some very important key elements of time management. And now, what is the next? What we are supposed to think of the next is effective time management skills. Yeah, effective strategies. What should be done? How we have to manage the time? There are some techniques. One very important and almost all achievers at the higher level follow is Eisenhower matrix. So this matrix is named after the President Eisenhower. So there are some you can see in the diagram, in the image. Yes, there will be some urgent important aspects, urgent but not important, not urgent but important, not urgent not important. So you have to decide what should be done, what is the thing, whether it is urgent and important, if you have to do this now. And if it is not urgent, even though it is important, decide whether it is done now or later. Okay, if it is urgent and not important, you have to delegate that to somebody. You have to delegate that to some of your teammates, because that is urgent but it is not important to you. And now, at last is, even it is, if it is not urgent and not important, delete that, eliminate that. So this image makes your personality, makes your time management very much perfect. So this is how we have to follow Eisenhower matrix. And the next effective strategy is Pomodoro technique. What is that Pomodoro technique? Look at that image. The first step is get into an optimal workspace without distraction. And the next step is choose one task to focus on, whether to study, whether to go for a play, whether to go for a walk, whether to go for whether to keep the time for your health maintenance, so and so forth. What should be done, whether to watch a video on YouTube, whether to read a book, okay, whether to write something like this. Set your time for 25 minutes. Here a very important step begins in this technique, that is Pomodoro technique. You have to set a timer for 25 minutes and start your work doing. Later on, stop when the timer ends, exactly after the 25 minutes, and take a 5-minute break. So this is very important. You have to take a 5-minute break, and after that you have to repeat that task for 3 times. Minimum is 3 times. You have to repeat that task for 3 times, and after that take a long break. Okay, this is called Pomodoro technique, and it will be only understood when it is not told, but when it is practiced. Okay, so this is how Pomodoro technique. And another one strategy is SMART goal. What is SMART? Smart. You have to be specific, that your goal has to be measurable, your goal has to be acceptable, right? Your goal, your task has to be very realistic, and your task, your management of time must be time bounded. So this is what SMART goal technique. So you have to decide what specifically you are supposed to do. You have to decide if the task has to be measurable, has to be completed within a proper time, and it has to be acceptable. So this is how SMART goal technique works for us. So these are some strategies to manage your time, right? So next is, so what are the things which waste our time? Okay, specifically nowadays in this 21st century, we people waste our time. We people waste our time in excessive use of social media, especially Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, and so on and so forth. This is a challenge for the modern students, for the students of these days. So these are very common time wasters of you people. Almost all of us waste our time using mobiles. Even in advanced kind of students waste their time in gaming also, right? So even that is one point in common time wasters. Another is procrastination. When you want to do something, you sit on thinking like that, if I do like that, what will happen, what will go on, what is running here, whether it is important or not. Only you keep on thinking. That will waste your time. You have to decide whether it has to be done or not done, whether it is urgent or not urgent, whether it is important, whether it is unimportant. So decide specifically. That Eisenhower matrix will help you a lot before before you not go procrastination. And poor sleep habits also waste your time. Okay, that is again a health factor. And at last is lack of planning. So okay, as our doctor, sorry, M.V. Vishweshwaraya said that if you won't plan, you will perish. Plan or perish. You have to plan for anything you are going to do. That is what we have to manage the time accordingly, right? So these are some common time wasters, and time management tools are there. Some of the tools like Google Calendar is there. If you set your tasks in the Google Calendar, it will remind you what to do, what not to do, when to do, like that. And Trello and Notion, this is again a time management tool. Almost all kind of higher level people use Trello and Notion. And now to do lists, you have to make a list of what should be done, when it has to be done. So this is what one successful, if you want to be a successful people, you have to make a list of what should be done. So making list is almost common time management tool, but almost all common successful people do, but almost all of us won't follow this to-do list. We never have our to-do list. So next, time blocking apps. So these are some time management, one of the time management tool. When you will be using that app, set a time so that after that particular time that app has to be blocked, so that you can divert yourself, so that you can come to your proper task or proper do thing like that. So time blocking apps are also are there, so you have to make use of that. These are some time management tools. So let us conclude about our time management, dear friends. Last one, a statement from my personal is, there will be no conclusion, there will be no stop for thinking about time management, because since birth until death one has to manage his time, so that because time will never return. So that is what's told by Sri Krishna to Arjuna, that is, time is the only thing you cannot buy, and it is the one thing which can alert both the poor who suffer, the people who suffer, the people who enjoy, both to them. That time management has to be followed very carefully. So it is essential for our academic success as well as personal growth. Not only these two, okay, these two phrases are just for your reference, but it is essential for everything. Time management is essential for everything. So mastering it helps students reduce the stress, meet deadlines, and lead a balanced life. If one has to lead a balanced life, you have to manage your time. Until then, it is not at all possible for one to go beyond the expectation. So this is I may stop my class for this minute, or I may say this second, but time management is an exceptional skill. It has to be followed, not to be read. This skill won't be inculcated unless you practice it. Okay, your teacher may tell you, your friend may tell you, your parents may tell you, your mentor may tell you, but it will be only conquered when it is followed. So dear friends, it will be only with you that what has to be done, what has not to be done. So these are the some references, things I have followed to get the information, whatever I have convinced until now. So thank you so much for your patient listening, and this is another skill. We are going to stop here about the time management. Thank you so much.